In today's video, we are talking about the true value of having a paid off home. I've actually paid off my home, so I know the true value of doing this, and I want to share the details with you today. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier and without bias, since I do not work for any third parties. And if you are interested in working with me and becoming financially free, I do have a program. I will leave a link below in the description. You can click on that link and check out the details on how you can work with me. All right, let's dive into the true value of having a paid off home, and make sure and stick around until the very end because I am saving the best for last. All right, the first item that I want to talk about is that you never have to move again. If you have your home paid off, that means you are not renting from someone else and you aren't going to have to move. I personally do not like moving. It is so much work. You have to pack up all of your stuff, find boxes to pack your stuff in, buy tape so that you can tape up the boxes, find people to help you move, rent a moving truck, and move all of the boxes to the new place and then unpack. It is a lot of work. So having the knowledge of never having to move again if I don't want to is a pretty big deal. So I realize the value of paying off my home. That means I'm not going to lose my home at any point unless I don't pay my property taxes, but I'm definitely going to do that. So if you are tired of moving, then possibly an idea could be for you to purchase your own place and start paying off that mortgage. All right, and then number 2 is that if you do lose your job, then you can still keep your home, right? If your home is completely paid off, you don't have to worry about making the mortgage payment. You just need to pay your taxes and insurance. And if you lose your job and you're renting a place, you definitely still have to pay your rent every single month, or you're going to get evicted. So the benefit of having a paid off home is realizing that if you are going through a hard time and finances are really tight, that you can still keep your own place. You can still have a roof over your head. And then number 3 is having the sense of accomplishment. I feel pretty great about being able to pay off my mortgage. I actually have 3 properties and I paid off 2 of those 3 mortgages. And I do feel like there is a sense of accomplishment in that, because it's not just like paying off 20 grand or 50 grand even. This is a significant amount of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And by being able to pay that off and realize that you own your property free and clear is a pretty amazing feeling. And then item number 4 is that you are no longer paying interest for your home. It is completely paid off. You no longer have to pay principal and interest. You can put your money where you want to and have it build up over time. And yes, I do realize most of the time it is better to actually invest your money rather than paying off your mortgage early. You'll make more money by investing it rather than paying down your mortgage. And of course, this depends on interest rates and things like that. But for the majority of time, that's actually how it works out. The numbers work out in your favor if you're able to invest your money and just pay off your mortgage over that 30-year period. But for me personally, and this is why it is personal finance, it's not just finance, it's not just about the numbers. I feel so much better knowing that my home is completely paid off for these reasons that I am sharing with you today. So it's nice knowing I don't have to continue to pay interest for this property that I purchased. I have completely paid it off, and yes, I did pay some interest, definitely, but I no longer have to pay that interest. And now I can put my mortgage payment to investments if I want to, the full amount, the amount that I was paying in principal plus the amount that I was paying in interest. And now I can make my money grow for me, but be secure that I will always have a place to live. And then item number 5 that I want to bring up is that your home can be a retirement plan. If your home is completely paid off, then you have some different options for retirement to gain access to the equity in your home. For example, you can do a reverse mortgage So I'm not going to go into details about this, but you can actually start selling your home and receive money for your home over the years. So if you need money in retirement, then you have this reverse mortgage option. And then also you could sell your home and move into a smaller place. I know for my parents, it's just the two of them now, and they don't have all 4 kids living at home. So if they wanted to move into a smaller place, their mortgage is completely paid off. They could move into a smaller place and take the money that they would be getting from their current home and pay for this new home that would be a smaller place. So they still wouldn't have a mortgage. So that would help in their retirement years. They don't need to spend as much money taking care of a huge yard or the entire house. For example, they'll have to replace their roof again, and if they have a smaller place, then they aren't going to spend as much replacing a roof. So that is just another retirement option. And then another way that you can utilize this as a retirement plan is by living below your means while enjoying the simple life of having that paid off mortgage. And then you could also rent out rooms in your home if you wanted to. If you didn't want to move to a smaller place, then you could start creating some extra cash flow and rent out a room or 2 or 3, depending on how many rooms you have, and start making money that way. You could have a little extra cash in your retirement years. And I personally have been doing this in my non-retirement years and in my retirement years. I've always had roommates, at least one roommate. And I'm able to create some extra cash flow every single month by doing that. And it's a lot more cash flow because my mortgage is paid off. And then number 6 is that you can build generational wealth. If your mortgage is completely paid off, you can definitely leave that to your heirs, and they don't have to worry about continuing to pay the mortgage or trying to sell the property while still having to make mortgage payments. That can just be an asset that is creating generational wealth. It can be left to those that you want to leave it to, and it wouldn't be a burden for them. And they could definitely sell that property and collect the cash that they would get from that. And it's going to be a lot more than if they were to sell it and the mortgage was not completely paid off. And then number 7 is that you can leverage your home equity. You could take out a home equity line of credit, and you could make some renovations or even add an extra room or a little tiny home in the backyard and create some extra cash flow from that. But you can do that because your mortgage is paid off. You can have a higher amount on your HELOC, on your home equity line of credit, and do other things that could help create more cash flow for you. Or you could do things that wouldn't, but that you want to do to the home. It's up to you. And then number 8, and I kind of mentioned this before, but this one is rental opportunities. So you could definitely rent out a parking space. Maybe you have extra room in your driveway, you have a 3rd parking space. You could rent that out and create some extra cash flow in that regard. You could also rent out your garage, or even if you have extra room that could be an office, you could rent it as office space, or even do an Airbnb or storage space. There is a girl that I know, she actually does I think all of these things. She rents out a parking space. She has room in her basement that she is letting someone else use for storage. So she collects a fee every single month from letting someone else use her basement as storage space. And then she also has roommates. And if your mortgage is paid off, then this is all just extra income coming in. And then number 9 is inflation protection. As I'm sure you've seen, the prices of rent prices continue to go up over time. So if your mortgage is completely paid off, it's not going to increase because it's paid off, and you're not renting a place and worrying about inflation and having to pay more for your place because you own your place outright. And then number 10 is, I think, the best one. And this one is peace of mind. By having your mortgage completely paid off, it gives you such peace of mind. I know it does for me, at least. I know that I can always keep my home. Of course, I have to pay taxes and insurance, like I mentioned before, but I don't have to worry about paying off that mortgage over the years. And I can put that money elsewhere. So it really just, it gives me a lot of peace of mind knowing I don't have that debt hanging over my head. And I just create extra cash flow for myself by having that paid off. So those are 10 different reasons or ways that a paid off home gives you true value. There, I am sure that I have missed some reasons, so comment below and tell me one way that a paid off home would give you true value. And if you do want to work with me and get your home paid off, or just learn to invest your money, I have a link below in the description that gives you the details on how you can work with me. So definitely check out that link and make sure and hit the like button and the subscribe button and share this with someone who would like to hear this information. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.